I don't think so. Sarah is new to our team. She's actually here to help us with the migration from the LMS 365 to the Oracle HCM platform. So I had her join us because she's done this before and she may have some questions about the content and whatnot. So,
Yeah, so I'm sorry to hear that you're leaving us.
yes, so am I. It definitely was not our choice, I would say. So unfortunately, globally, we have to migrate. So
Yeah, understood.
yeah,
So it's probably going to be someone on my team that's doing the actual, we call it offboarding because basically we're extracting certain data from your SharePoint sites. But I do want to record this because I might assign this project to Michael Martinez. He's one of my senior consultants. So I did want to record this so I could share with him the information that we're discussing today. That's okay.
sure, go ahead.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay, perfect. So it started recording, and let me check my hair really quick just to make sure it's okay. Okay, I'm wearing a hat.
Ah,
No, I started my morning early. I got up at 6 o'clock when it's still dark, got
wow,
ready, went for a 3 mile run, right to start off my
wow.
day. Yeah.
Do you do that every day?
No, it's kind of, I do it maybe 3 times a week. It's a little bit hard with my schedule because
Hmm.
I have a global manager role now where I'm managing,
Congratulations.
thank you. We're managing some consultants in Europe. So I have to really get up early because at 6 o'clock, it's already 3, 4 o'clock for them in the afternoon. So they're like ready to leave. So
Wow.
I need to make sure that I catch them before they end their day. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get back.
Still, 3 miles, that's like what, 6 kilometer at least?
Yeah,
Am I
that's
right on that?
that's all I have time for because it's basically like I try to do it in about 30 minutes so that way I have enough time to come
That's
back.
fast. Oh
Yeah.
goodness. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just did a half marathon myself last weekend and
Okay.
I was very
Awesome.
slow.
Were you?
Yeah, my pace was around like 650
Uh-huh.
or so a
Uh-huh.
kilometer, so it took me about 2 hours and 20 minutes to finish.
Uh-huh.
But I made it with no injuries, so I was
Yeah, that's
happy.
that's good. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Um,
That's good for
anyway,
you.
side note, I can never get up that early to do the runs, and ever since that run, I have not gone back out yet. But I've been itching to go back for another run, so I'll probably do it today sometime
There
because
you
it's
go.
nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, sidetracked, but
No, 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 it's good. It doesn't always have to be about business, right? It's nice to have a
true.
conversation once in a while. You guys work
Hmm.
out of office or remotely all the time?
Well, I'm in the office right now, but hmm we
Yeah,
we
I
are like
work
a hybrid.
remotely. I work remotely and I've been doing it for 12 plus years. So
Nice. It wasn't
yeah,
even
I
just a
don't
COVID
get to go
thing.
around a water cooler at all, right? So I don't get to do that. So this is my time to kind of talk to people and stuff.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Yeah, we could get started now. I do have a PowerPoint that I've put together that kind of talks about the offboarding process. So that way, at least we can align as far as like what is possible in the offboarding process and what is not. So if that's okay, I go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, and sorry, my computer is acting up a little bit right now, but I should be okay. If not, I'll have to stop sharing my camera, but I should be fine. See, slideshow beginning, and gotta swap these screens here. All right. Okay, so my screen is coming up here in a second. You might see our smiling faces momentarily. All right. So I had to get that image right of the person taking their box of them and their flowers and their all their stuff, right? Offboarding services. It's something that we really don't like to go over, but it happens, right? So I'm going to start here. So this is something that obviously you can choose to do it yourself, where based on maybe some documentation, we point you in the right direction, and you can start downloading stuff manually. But we do offer it as a service, and being that you are a what we call a Success Premium account, we can use your hours for this work that we need to do. Okay. So this is the information that basically can be, it says offboard, it's basically exported, right? So information that can be exported. So it is certificates. So if you do have any actual certificates that were generated inside of the LMS Learn 365, then you can export those certificates. If you have SCORM packages, right? These are the zip files that we upload to Learn 365. You do have the option to manually export these, but we have a way of doing it in bulk just to save you some time. Okay. The information that can be exported in an Excel file would be all these items from courses to course categories. So this is just so that you have the data that shows, okay, in our system right now, we have these 300 courses, and that lets you know that the information of the course title, maybe other information, metadata related to the training. Also enrollments. So the enrollments would include information such as the completion information for your learners, maybe information where they had not started or were in progress. Okay. The other information, it's not necessarily what you might think, like, oh, you're able to export the learning module that has the content pages and all the other stuff. No, it's just mainly to show you had lesson 1, 2, and 3 in your courses, and these were the attempts. We might be able to export the quiz questions from your catalog. That is a possibility based on the tool that we have. So
Um, what
yes.
kind of export would it be? Because quiz questions, we have it currently stored, like we built it using the platform that you guys had. So if we did want to export that, is like what format would that come out of? Do you know?
I don't know that. I don't know if it is a JSON file or if it is just a text file or what it is. But uh, I don't know what the new tool that you're going to, if it has AI capabilities. But inside of Learn 365, we actually have a AI feature that builds your quizzes just based on a text file. So I don't know what the new system you guys are going to, if it has any AI capabilities, but I could definitely get that information for you. Or when Mike takes it over, he can share that format. I might have something that he sent me. Let me see if I have it in my downloads folder or not. That's what was giving me kind of problems. My download folder was freaking out. I think it's time for me to start deleting some things on there because it's kind of full. Uh, Let me see. It might be this one. Let's see. This is just an Excel spreadsheet, so it might have some information. Now, I'm not certain if actually this one that I saw yesterday, I believe has tabs in the bottom that has all of these elements that I'm sharing here. The quiz questions might be a different format. I'll just have to confirm with Mike on that. Let's let this open here. And while that's opening, I'll kind of go to the next screen. I'll just be patient. It's opening here. So you'll see on here, it has all these tabs in the bottom. So this is kind of just the summary of the number of enrollments that you would have, right? So the number, enrollments, certificates. Let's open this up a little bit. I'll try to zoom in a little bit so you guys aren't squinting. So yeah, these are the information, and then this is the number of items. So when we run this against your tenant, and we probably would need your API key to run all this. this would give us our information, so we kind of have an idea of how much information is being exported, right, offboarded. Now, within all of these tabs right here, this would be the information for enrollments, certificates, sessions, users, courses, right? Information for courses, training plans, and then the attempt. So it would be all of this information here. So this is just really data. It's
Yeah.
kind of just showing like when it was completed and things like that.
Could you flip to the question pool and quiz tab
Yeah.
by chance? I'm just curious.
This is probably a big one, right? Because you probably want to try to avoid spending too much time creating things, right?
Yeah.
So this looks like what is this? This is a question pool, right? So let's go to quizzes. So these are the quizzes here. And then it looks like yeah, this looks like the settings of the quiz, right? So it might be something separate for
Mm-hmm.
the all the metadata because, for example, I don't know if you guys have used our uh, Lena. Do you know if you? I'm sorry, is it Lena or Lene?
Lena.
Lena, have you used any of our Power BI reports, our solution reports?
We definitely tried. I don't think we've been very active on it.
Okay, because in our some of the reports we have now, we actually have a quizzes report that actually has the quiz title, the question, the different
Mm-hmm.
answers. So I know that data is actually inside of the database associated to your tenant. So we'll just have to see what is possible as far as the export from that.
Yeah. I think that would be useful for us for sure if
Okay.
we can get some sort of assistance with that
Yeah.
export of the quiz. If it does come out like how we set it up, then it'll just take us less time to go through each
Yeah.
individual quiz, each individual question, and figure
Exactly.
out how to pull it out and re-add it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm doing this meeting here just to gather some information from you, and then you probably would have another call with Mike on my team
Okay.
because he's going to be, like I said, he's going to be the project owner for this, so he'll
Sure.
be the one doing actually the work. This is information that can't be offboarded, right? So we don't have any way of bringing over the course banner images. Uh, and that might have changed because actually, technically, in the back end with the API, we could see that banner image. It's just a little bit hard to get it because it's really buried in the back end. So
Hmm.
I don't know how important that is, but there is technically a library that's used for your banner images and your course thumbnails. Uh,
Yeah.
so Sarah, I don't know if you're familiar with that information specifically. Let's see if I could I'll bring up one of the courses as an example. So what this is referring to, right? When you go into your courses, each course will have this course and training plan, right? So there's this banner image, right? So when you are selecting banners, basically they're uploaded and they're stored inside uh, a library, an image library, and this is
Hmm.
kind of hidden in the back end. Same thing with the thumbnail images, right? This is another location that's kind of buried in the back end.
Hmm. Oh, I'm honestly not too worried. I don't think we have that many courses on here, and with the banner, I don't think we'll need it for, or I don't think we'll have a say in what we put on the other end. So
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, the other thing I had on there was SharePoint assets, right? So, what this is referring to, right, with the SharePoint pages and courses, the way that it's managed, right? Anytime that something is uploaded into a SharePoint course or the homepage, it basically goes into site assets. Are we all familiar with what site assets is?
Is that like the document that we upload into the library to attach to our courses?
Mm, that's part of it, right? Specifically, that would be more of a document library that's tied into the course. But what site assets are is basically any SharePoint site collection will have this, where you basically have a site assets library, right? As you can see on here, I have 163 items. So anytime, let's say an image is uploaded to a SharePoint page or something else related to that, it basically uploads it to this site assets library. So this is just saying we don't have any way of going in here and exporting this. This would be more of a manual process for you. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
were to say, hey, I really like that image that was with a person that was with us a long time ago. I'd like to get that back, right? I'd like to save that image so I don't have to recreate it or something, right? So it would just be a matter of an admin going in here and just saying, okay,
Yep.
let's manually download it, right? So we're just basically saying this is the type of stuff that we don't have access to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Because basically our tool that we have is specifically locked into the Learn 365 aspect, the element, nothing outside of that.
Mm-hmm. And I will check to see if we have anything there, but thank you for reminding
Yeah,
me.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, of course, of course. Mhm. No, you if you wanted to do it manually, right? If you wanted to do it manually, inside of the catalog where you are a catalog admin, right? You could go to content and then content package storage, right? And depending on what the permissions are for that content, basically content package storage is everything related to SCORMs and AICC content, right? So if you have something that you wanted to export, then you have the option here to download the content package. However,
S-
let's say there's 1,000 SCORM packages, you'd have to do this manually 1,000 times for each one.
So, no, if you have the backend access, you probably would. But the only thing is, Ernie, the challenge we have with our content is we didn't upload it as a SCORM. We built it internally.
Mhm.
Using, say, like Microsoft Sway, and then we embedded the
Oh,
link into the course,
embedded
and
it.
we used like a quiz that the tools that you guys had
Mhm.
on the platform to tie into our content to make this interactive like course that we
Yes.
give out. So in that particular case, those are the content we're hoping to migrate out, but we're not sure if that is possible. So is Yeah. So, could you tell us if it is possible to export that kind of content or if there is a solution you guys have that may help us speed up our process?
No, the offboarding that we have is like I mentioned, primarily it's related to SCORM packages, the certificate items, and then just that spreadsheet that I showed you. Specifically, what it sounds like you guys are looking for is more uh, is deeper embedded within a course. For example, you guys mentioned sways, which my we used to use a long time ago. We started with sways in 2020, 2021. It was really hard to manage them, right? Because it's in Sway, they're embedded. It lives in Microsoft Sway. When somebody would leave, it was a real pain to manage those. So we went away from those, and then we started building our content in Rise 360. Some storyline stuff, but not so much because it's so difficult to create storyline content, right? Videos, for example, video files live inside a course learning module. But actually, now that I think about it, I could show you an example. Whenever you upload let's say a video, right? I'm going to show you kind of you might be able to do this part yourself, right? I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. So let's say within a video here, I'm going to edit this video. I'm sorry, I'm going to edit this learning module. And I believe I don't know. Oh, that's a content package. I'm trying to find one that might have a video in it.
Um,
It's going to actually be linked to a learning module document library that's for the entire catalog. So actually from there, you might be able to go in there and pull out the videos. Like for example, here, these are sways. These are
yeah.
old sways, but this is just the embed code, right? That's just the embed code. And you can see it has our old
So,
LMS name in there.
so in the past when you guys were using this, was there any like solution or tools you guys may have created to help people with offboarding?
No, we
Okay.
consider that moving services, right? Like if we consider those moving services like, oh, you're divorcing me, let me help you move your furniture into your new home, right? That's kind of that we normally don't do that. Offboarding services, yes, we can assist you like what I'm going over today, but as far as a specific tool that helps like generate a course or pull the specific things, no, we don't have anything specific to that. Our specific tools that we have, for example, if you were migrating to, let's say, another SharePoint, another Learn 365 tenant, our tools help to migrate that information because everything's connected, right? We
I
could
see.
migrate it if you were going to another Learn 365 tenant. But let's see, going to this, let's go to the document library. I think this one will help kind of explain it. So in these are videos. So these are video files, right? And there's one for quizzes, one for beginner's guide. If we go to the learning module document library, this is where you would be able to download all of these, right? So you can see on here, I could quickly download
Yeah.
3 videos and PowerPoints from this course, right? But there's actually one that, and this might be an old format, because we changed the way the courses are built from subsites to site pages, right? So this is the old one. So how long, Lina, how long have you guys had the LMS
I think we
since
joined
they've
you
shared?
guys in 2023.
Okay, I think you guys might be under the new site pages. So as an example, right, this is a subsite. So this is kind of saved within this. But if we were to look at a newer course, uh, that's the old one that I used to use. Let's go to this new one. I believe this one kind of links into a catalog level document library.
Hmm.
So this one would be the one where you can go straight to that one, and you would see that it's basically, it might be broken even down by folders for each course. Let's see how this is broken down. Yeah, this is kind of, yeah, it looks like within this, right? If we were to go to, let's see, let's go to the catalog level because I want to kind of direct you guys in the right way to go on this. So we go to, let's let the gear load here. There we go. Go to site contents. There should be a learning module documents folder. Okay. So here it is. With
Yep.
the new infrastructure, basically there's a learning module documents folder. And then this is where you would go. But you could see on here, the way that we identify that it's associated to a course is by having these folders, right? So basically
Mm-hmm.
within each of these folders, you would have content, right? There might be a way with maybe using either PowerShell or using kind of a flow to maybe pull out that information, right? I don't know if you have anybody in your organization that's familiar with that type of stuff, but they might be able to just point it to this location and kind of just go and kind of get rid of the folder structure and just everything that's content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that we can do for sure, not a
Yeah.
problem. We will definitely need follow up or maybe just some clarity about the quiz information that we can
Okay.
download. I think depending on that, we might want to use some of our hours towards getting some assistance with that,
Sure.
because I think that will help us in building our new content wherever we end up.
Mhm.
And then the data piece about records, I might need some assistance with that as well. But I will
Okay.
take a look first at some of the resources that you guys have about how to grab that data because I think I have the Automation Center report, which is what I was going to use,
Mm.
but I have some concerns about whether or not that's all like just active staff or if that's like all records that we have on the system. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that.
Yeah. Because there's technically things that might be like if you upload a record to a learner's profile, let's say go back here. Let's say you were to go to a user's profile, right? Inside the users list and you do import like right here if we go and we say import external training, right? And we go in here and we call it, whatever, co-pilot on-site training, certification training, whatever, right? This is an external training, so it's not associated to a course. So these records are seen as basically external records. So these are the things that in the reporter, Automation Center reporter, you should be able to see that data. You should be able to see that data. Now, if something is if there's a certificate that's associated with it, then that would be something different because now what we're talking about is looking at somebody's all their records, right? So, for example, where is so like for example, if we go in here and where is it? Download certificates, right? This would download all the certificates for this user, right? It
Yep.
would specifically go and say, let's download all the records for Anita here. Anything that was ever given to her, uploaded, we'd have a basically a file that has all of those. So this is kind of some of the offboarding services. So you don't have to do this manually for each user. Our
Hmm.
offboarding services would kind of streamline this.
Okay. Yeah. Um, definitely could
Now,
see us
I
using
did,
that.
yeah, I want to go through also just the basic process here. So obviously you've let Brian know, right, that you kind of
Yep.
plan on offboarding. So that's the first thing. Obviously, this is kind of a pre-scoping call, right? Number two here, because
Hmm.
obviously the next thing is I will share this with Mike. Hey, Mike, if you're watching this, I'll share this with Mike so he kind of understands what the requirements are. Specifically, we need to get back to you on what we can export related to your quizzes and quiz questions, right? So that way you're able to import it inside. I think you said Oracle. Is that correct? Oracle?
Yep.
Do you know what format Oracle accepts for
Um,
quizzes?
oh goodness, I will have to take a look and get back to you on that one. I'm
Okay.
not too sure at the top of my head.
Yeah, and then we're gonna need a full control API key. So that's something you can work out with Mike just via maybe an email or something like that. You could send that information. Doing something called a scope, where we scope and see how much information needs to be brought over, and then with that, we'll be able to say, hey, we're gonna estimate 8 hours for this, right? Six
Okay.
hours, 12 hours, whatever it is, right? And then because basically you have I don't know how many hours you've used this subscription year, but uh, you have up to 16 hours to use, right, for that. So uh, if we depending, when does your contract end, Lena?
November 30th?
Okay, November 30th. Right. So depending on our work schedule, it's possible that uh, Mike can come up with maybe a custom script or solution or something outside of what we already have. It's possible. I'm not making any promises, but it's up to obviously our schedule and what kind of other custom scripts and tools we can use to try to see what we can pull over from the quizzes. Okay.
Okay. But then in terms of just to clarify, in terms of the SCORM package, or at least in terms of our content that I explained to you about the sway
Mhm.
and the stuff, to pull it into a SCORM file or a package of any kind, it's not possible, right?
Actually, can I see your there might be a possibility, okay? There might be a possibility because we actually have a new tool that we rolled out called Content 365 that actually packages information. So I'd need to see specifically if it can take existing content or not. I know for a fact it'll take like videos, it'll create quizzes. So it all depends on what kind of features are built into the content authoring tool. So what I'm
And
referring to here, and it might need to be enabled in your subscription. So I'll get back to you on that, and also just what is possible with that. So, for example, on this one, Content 365 authoring is one of the
mhm,
new things that we just rolled out this month, actually. Right. So
yeah,
you can see on here, you can create training, generate with AI, transform a document, convert a presentation. So this is something we've been using to generate basically SCORM packages. So there might be a possibility. I just need to see what this tool is capable of, and then also just to see if this can be turned on in your tenant.
mhm. Um, okay. For now,
Yeah. Hmm.
so uh, content package storage, that is the feature Ernie was using. We do have access to it. I have taken a look at it, and because we didn't upload our package as a SCORM, I'm not sure how it doesn't show up there, like the course we have. Oh, yeah. So is there? I don't know. Is there? I guess she's just wondering if there is anything like that. Do you know Ernie by chance?
No, not that's what I was going to try to figure out if this Content
Mm-hmm.
365 authoring has a way to pull information from a course, but I kind of feel like this is more to create a course, right? Based on content that we have available. Like, let's say it's a video, let's say it's content. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it has a way of like getting one of these courses, right? That might have content in it and generating a score from that. I don't think it can do that. I will have to verify that with my
Mm-hmm.
product team to see if it's possible, but I don't think that's possible. Because for example, this is a learning module, right? It just says sway in it, so I don't even know what I have in here. uh yeah, I just have a sway in it. So to be able to create, let's say, a scorm package from this learning module, I don't think it's possible. uh, I don't think it's possible, but I'll double check that. But I'm pretty sure that that content or authoring piece is to create courses within Learn 365 based on a prompt, based on a video that you have, presentation, whatever it is. It's more for that. And this is like, this is, I'll tell you, this is a game changer because this is already creating course content that you could not imagine with the AI capabilities. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking videos, quizzes, everything. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
I know, we're sad about moving.
Yes.
Don't worry, we will miss you guys for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, please let us know if you can double check with your production team. That'd be
Sure.
great. I will check on our end as well about what format the quiz takes or whatnot, and then we'll get back to you when we have an answer on that.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Ernie. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, of course. uh in my opinion, it's easier to create Rise content because it's just basically these blocks that you add in there to build it. It's very similar to Sway. If you build Sway, there's plus signs to add like a video, embed, blah blah blah. It's a lot easier to create Rise content when compared to Storyline 365. You have triggers, you have layers, you have all the complex stuff. So making an update to storyline courses is a lot more admin heavy, right? It takes a lot more work. I've gone away from them because uh, the content I've created in storyline can take me 30 hours because I go nuts with the layers and all these clicking things and all this. Whereas Rise, I can knock one out in 2 hours. Good question. I have used iSpring, and I think the great thing with iSpring is that it can be it's an add-on in PowerPoint. So within PowerPoint, it basically allows you to uh, convert your PowerPoints into SCORM, right? What I've seen is that in PowerPoint, once you have these things, for example, the iSpring gives you the component for adding a quiz, right? Building a quiz in there, and then you're just basically publishing it to SCORM. So that's the one thing that I've seen. But my Articulate also has an add-in, so I just use my add-in for Articulate to create SCORM. Really. Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice
yes.
meeting you, Sarah. Yeah, and if you guys ever want to come back to Learn 365,
We
just
will
just
reach
let us
out for
know.
sure. All
Yes.
right. Well, thank you so much, Ernie. We look
Okay.
forward to your follow up and, connecting with Michael.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Take
Enjoy the
care.
rest of your day.
All right.
Bye.
You too. Bye, ladies.